No, I just started.
Go ahead and start. Okay. Our lesson is going to be on copyright and plagiarism in the classroom. Does anybody know what copyright is?
It's where, like, you're copying somebody's thing.
You're copying somebody's thing, right? Yeah. There's lots of stuff out there. We have the internet, right? And you can find anything on there. But if you copy somebody else's work, somebody else's music, somebody else's pictures, it's like stealing. You're stealing. Okay? Does anybody?
You have to, like, cite it.
That's right. That's right. Does anybody know what plagiarism is?
When you're writing something, information, and you find a site and you write it down word for word.
You write it down word for word, right? If you write it exactly how that person wrote it, then or drew it, or use their photo, then you're plagiarizing. Okay? All right. So we are going to read a story called When Marion Copied. And when I say read, I mean watch. I couldn't find this book anywhere.
Did you hear about Gracie and her poem? The one that won the Poetry Slam's Best New Voice Award? Murmurs Marion as she takes a bite from her sandwich. Yes, I heard she copied it. She didn't say it herself in all, whispers Jules. Actually, I heard she copied most of it, then changed a few lines. But still, she didn't write the whole thing herself. Marion whispers back. Both girls look across the lunch table at Gracie, who is sitting alone. I can't believe a person would lie about something like that, Jules finally exclaims. Oh, I know. That's like cheating from somebody's test, but even worse, it's lying. Because you are taking credit for something that you didn't totally write, replies Marion as the lunch bell rings. I'm so excited, says Marion as they walk into their classroom. Mr. Owen said he's going to read some of the papers we turned in last week. I hope he reads mine. As the students take their seats, Mr. Owen pulls a pile of papers from his briefcase and announces, as I said this morning, I'm going to read some excerpts from your assignments on the beginnings of the Revolutionary War. Please clear your desks. I want all of you to listen carefully because afterwards we will be discussing what you heard. Marion and Jules grin and give each other the thumbs up sign before turning to listen. Mr. Owen begins reading from the paper. The revolution, from the colonists' perspective, was caused by England's practice of taxing the colonies without representation in the English Parliament. England, on the other hand, saw the taxes levied on the colonies as a common sense way to recover money spent during the French and Indian War, which was fought to defend the colonies. The sugar tax. Marion sits up straighter. She feels proud. She thinks, it's mine. He's reading my paper. Then Mr. Owen puts down the first paper and picks up another. He reads, the revolution from the colonist perspective was caused by England's practice of taxing the colonies without Marion is shocked. She looks around the room thinking, who copied from me? How did somebody get my paper? I have one final paper to read before we discuss them, Mr. Owen says, and he begins reading. According to Linda Foxer's e-paper titled The American Revolution, the revolution from the colonists' perspective was caused by England's practice of taxing the colonies without representation. Marion shrinks down in her seat. She realizes now that no one had copied from her, but that she and the other person had copied from the same internet site.
So, Marion and the other person copied from the same internet site. Is that how we use information to write our papers?
No.
No. Does anybody know what we should have done?
We should have read it and then wrote it in our own words.
Read it and wrote it in our own words. Right. And then do we have to do anything else? Do we have to do anything else? What else do we have to do? Write the site where we got it from. That's right. Good.
But isn't that what you're supposed to do when you're researching and writing a paper? Mr. Owen puts the last paper down and picks up a marker and writes the word plagiarism on the board with capital letters. Then he turns to the class and says, "Okay, what did we hear?" "Somebody copied," smirks Ernie, and I wonder who. Across the aisle, Gracie blushes. Ignoring all this at first, Mr. Owen calls on Saul, who has his hand up. "Saul, what did you hear?" asked Mr. Owen. "Many people copied from the same place, but one of them put in where the words came from," answers Saul. "That's right," replies Mr. Owen. "And it is an important difference. Give me a show of hands. How many of you normally use the intranet when writing your paper?" While slowly raising her hand, Marion looks around the classroom and is relieved to see that all the other kids are raising their hands too. "And how many of you," continues Mr. Owens, "have copied things from the internet onto your own papers?" Again, all the kids.
How many of you guys have copied stuff from the internet onto your own
We don't
papers?
take information from books and the internet.
I can't raise my head.
I
can't raise my
At what
head.
point? Before we even knew?
Good question, Willis.
Just on Monday.
That is just what we are going to discuss, replies Mr. Owen. What we have heard here today is called plagiarism, and it is a serious crime, states Mr. Owen sternly. Everyone looks at him with wide, scared eyes while he continues. "Every time you take any part of a book, a paper, or a web page without the permission of the author, or without telling where it came from, you are stealing. If you turn in that as your own words or your own thoughts, you are lying. And if you turn it in for a grade, you are cheating." Marion is so upset that she burst out, "Are we going to go to jail? I didn't mean to do anything wrong." Everyone turned.
Will you go to jail?
No. Yes.
Depends.
If it's like
If it's
like golf. Yes.
does copyright only have to do with words?
No. I can do it.
What else can does copyright cover?
Drawings.
Drawings,
Name brands.
name brands,
Photos.
photos. You guys are missing one other one. Music. Music. Can you just download music off the internet?
Yes.
You don't have to pay for it?
Yes.
You do have to pay for it, normally.
It depends what you use to listen to music, though.
Well, okay, so like if you listen on Pandora,
Yes.
you guys know what Pandora is?
Yes.
You don't have to pay for it, right?
Or
But
like,
you can listen to music. Pandora pays the musicians so that you guys can listen. So you're not paying for it, but Pandora's paying for it. Yes, ma'am.
It's kind of like Spotify, except you need to pay like $10 or $5 a month so you can like listen to music without ads. And,
Right,
like,
that's
listen to
right.
it.
Then they charge you to listen to it without ads. That's how they get your attention. Because that's how they get your money. Because they want you. Who wants to listen to music with commercials, right? We don't even want to watch TV with commercials anymore.
I'll listen to it with commercials. I mean, like I don't really care as long as
Yeah.
I listen to music.
I listen to it with commercials too because I'm not that. I don't make that much money. Okay, so if you download somebody's music off the internet, you can get in trouble if you do it a whole bunch. So a long time ago, before there was iTunes and Pandora, there was this website. There was this website called Napster. Have any of you ever heard of it?
It sounds like Snapster.
Yeah.
Right. Napster. You used to be able to download music off of there for free. Well, at least we thought for free. But then later on, that company, the guy that created that website, he ended up getting sued by all of the musicians because they were just giving away their music. Okay? And it goes the same thing of if you're copying somebody else's. If you have the same beat, if somebody uses this in their music and you use this in yours, they could still get you for the same kind of beat, the same kind of sound. If your song sounds like their song, it could work the same way. Yes, ma'am.
I was listening to music on the radio once,
Mhm.
and I remember it was a musician named Rihanna,
Mhm.
and she was making a song, and I remember hearing it from an older song, but can she pay money to copy it?
She has to pay money to be able to copy it. That's exactly right. She paid to be able to redo it because there are some musicians that do that
Like Christmas music?
like Christmas music. Now we're gonna go over stuff like that in a minute, okay? I'm gonna get out of our story and go back to our part.
And then we're gonna go to listen to Comic After This Call.
No, that's too old.
Oh no, it's time to listen to the Beatles. Yes.
Okay, so we know when you draw a picture, no one may copy it. When you write a story, when you make a song, no one is allowed to use it unless you have permission. Now, when you create a logo, a song, music, anything like that, if you don't want anybody to use it, you have to turn in an application to the Copyright Center. Okay? And they copyright it for you. Don't worry. Okay? The same thing goes for photos. Okay? And when you take photos of people, you also have to ask permission. Did you guys know that when you guys register at the school, your parents have to sign a paper that says that the school can take pictures of you?
Yes.
Okay, in order for you to be in the yearbook, your picture to be in the yearbook, your paperwork that says that your parents give you permission to have your picture taken has to be in the front office. So you also have to get people's permission to do it as well. Okay, when we use people's photos, we have to give permission. This is my photo, and let me turn off the light so you can see it a little better. All right, this is my photo. Can you see the jellyfish?
Yes.
I feel
jelly.
I feel like it's land in a city.
Kind of, right? When you
But
look at it like that.
I'm
But there's the
confused.
jellyfish. Okay, so I used my photo here. I don't have to give permission to use it because it's my photo.
Autofocus.
Okay?
But if somebody were to copy it,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
would be-
It was a real one. Okay? Now, you always have to get permission because otherwise it's stealing. Okay, did you know when you guys watch a video at school? Not an educational video, but like
Fortnite.
if you guys watched, like if Christmas is coming up, if you guys watched The Grinch in your classroom,
That's copyrighted.
it's copyrighted.
What?
Because each and every person has to have a copy of the CD. So when you buy movies, when you buy music, you're paying to be able to listen, you're paying to be able to watch. That's why you have to pay to go to the movies, to rent movies, to buy them. Yes, Emilio.
I have a question. When I go to Juarez, is it illegal to sell piratas, movies that are piratas?
Yes.
Yes?
What are piratas?
Like,
the
movies
fake.
like that haven't come out.
Yeah.
And like they sell it for like $3.
Like the ones that like they copy it before it's
Yeah.
And like it's not even in the disc, it's like in a plastic.
Yes. And that is copyright, we call it copyright infringement. And when people like that, if the police catch them, that's when they go to jail.
Also purses at the same time.
Okay? Yes, it happens with purses, makeup,
Money.
it happens with all of that.
I mean, you can sell money.
All right, yes ma'am.
I remember I was in a summer camp and we were doing PowerPoints about like just doing PowerPoints and the teacher told us that we had to put on the PowerPoint we had to leave every single link below the picture that we took for the internet.
Oh yeah.
Or else, and she said that she was in college and that they wouldn't allow her to send the PowerPoint because they didn't have the links and they didn't want to get sued.
That's right. You know what they do now in high school or in college, okay? So when I turn in my homework, my classes are all online, okay? So I go to the University of North Texas. That's in Dallas. So the university's not even here. So all my classes are done online. When I write a paper, then I send it through this certain program, and that program reads my paper and sees if I copied it. If I copied it from anywhere on the internet, or even if I copied it from another student, from another person, it'll show how much is copied and how much is not. And then the teacher can say, this is copied, like you get a 0. Okay, so there's lots of programs like that now.
What about YouTube? I watch videos and I listen to music on there. What about YouTube?
You know,
We pay with it for the
even
ads.
in YouTube, you still have to cite. I know that you can watch music videos and sometimes people put the lyrics. But if you look at the end, their citation is there. The citation is there. But
Noah Hernandez, please come to the front
we have a
office.
thing
Noah
called
Hernandez, you're needed
common
in the
use.
front office.
So there is something that says that you can use a certain amount of a song, 3 to 8 seconds of music, and then that's it. Okay? All right, so if I want to cite a website, if I was citing National Geographic, it would look something like this. Okay? I used a picture of a cheetah. I have the website, and I have to write the date that I looked it up. All right. And see, I have the sources at the end of mine. Mine also. Okay, so now we're going to just watch a short video, and then I'm going to ask you guys some questions, and then we'll be done. Yeah?
But like, what happens when they have like the Magic School Bus on YouTube? Because I've seen movies on YouTube and all that stuff.
You know,
Well, you have to
it
pay to
depends
watch
on who uploaded it. Now, Magic School Bus, I don't know if you've noticed, but on YouTube, you can now pay. You can pay to watch certain videos.
Oh yeah, and movies.
And certain movies.
Like it says.
So if somebody put it up illegally, also, if YouTube sees that it's up there and someone put it up there and it shouldn't, they take it down or they change the link. Okay? Because it is. It's you're breaking the law that way. Just
What if they videotape it from their own TV? Like it's their own TV.
Oh, yeah.
And, like,
it's the same thing.
I remember this one person. It was in a Comic-Con. This is when they were making Star Wars the Force Awakens, and someone got a video of the trailer that they released at Comic-Con.
That you could get in trouble. Okay, there's always those different things. Okay, so there's also some before we go to our video. There's something called public domain. Okay, public domain. Like Emilio was talking about Christmas songs. Okay, so Christmas songs, most of them, the older ones, are on public domain. And things that are in public domain don't need permission. You don't need permission to use them. A lot of old stories from authors that wrote a long time ago, like Shakespeare or, Lois Carroll, stuff like that. Christmas songs, happy birthday. I don't know if you guys notice, when you guys go to a restaurant, do they just sing happy birthday to you?
No, they do a different one.
They do a different one, right?
Yes.
Because if they sing happy birthday to you, guess what they're doing?
Copyrighted.
They're violating copyright. So they have to change it a little bit.
But what if it's your birthday and like you're at your house and your parents sing happy
If you're at
birthday
your house
to you?
and
Then that's okay because it's for your personal use. It's when somebody's trying to use it to make money. Okay? That's when there's a problem. When someone's trying to use it to make money.
I remember one time I was at Peter Piper when I was little, and it was my birthday, and like the people had to ask my mom if they were able to say my name on the like you know how they say, oh, today's birthday was
Like on the announcements?
Yes. And she didn't want to, and so I didn't. It was my birthday, but you didn't hear say that I was celebrating my birthday.
Oh, okay.
Here, Peter Piper Pizza, we're celebrating my birthday about it on the
Happy
highway.
birthday differently.
Yeah, you have to sing happy birthday different. Let's watch our video and then I'll answer your question, okay, Emilio?
Everybody's really looking forward to the new video from Lumpy and the Lumpettes. Even Lumpy.
Just so I could get some of the kids.
Russell's a huge fan. He can't wait to tell all his friends about it. Hey, Russell. You didn't create that video. You just copied
Sasha, please come to the front office. Sasha, you're needed in the front office.
Could get you into a lot of trouble. It may be copyright infringement. Copyright is a form of protection for original works of authorship, including literary, dramatic, musical, graphic, and audiovisual creations. Copyright infringement occurs when a copyrighted work is reproduced, distributed, performed, or publicly displayed without the permission of the copyright holder or the legal right to do so. Even though YouTube is a free site, you can get in serious trouble for copyright infringement. You can be sued and found liable for monetary damages. You could lose your booty. Or worse, you could lose your YouTube account. You only get a few chances. If YouTube receives a valid notification of alleged copyright infringement from a copyright holder for one of your videos, the video will be removed in accordance with the law. You'll be notified via email and in your account, and you'll get a strike. If YouTube finds you're a repeat offender, you'll get banned for life. Here's an idea. Why not make your own video? Uh-oh, song, which is still protected by copyright. You still may not be able to upload it without permission.
Why can't you just record it and then show it to your friends?
Oh, Russell, your reuse of
Like,
mommy's
so
content is clever,
You can
but did you
record
get
it and show
permission
it to
for
your
it?
friends. But
Mashups
when you
or
put it on
remixes
the
of
web,
content may also require
internet,
permission from
that's
the
when
original
it's a
copyright
problem.
owner, depending on whether or not the use is a fair use. In the United States, copyright law allows for the fair use of copyrighted material under certain limited circumstances without requiring permission from the owner. By law, the fair use takes place every 7 years. Copyrighted work, without the substantiality of the work used in relation to the work called and the effective use of the potential market for copyrighted work. Other jurisdictions may have similar copyright provisions protecting fair use or fair dealing. If your research is whether this use qualifies as a fair use, you should consult a qualified copyright attorney. If someone copies your work after you posted it, you have the right to take it down.
It's like, I'm gonna steal
YouTube
this
provides
video.
tools for rights holders to control the use of their content. If someone takes down your video by mistake, or as a result of a misidentification of the material to be removed, there's a counter-notification process for that. You can send YouTube a notice that there was an error. But be careful. If you misuse the process, you could end up in court. And then you would get in a lot of trouble. That's how the law works. That's more like it. By singing an original song, you're creating your own content. When you make an original video, you're the owner of your own copyright. And you have the right to post it to YouTube. Original content is what makes YouTube interesting. Start creating your own, and who knows, your video could explode.
I may explode.
Or drown.
If you're still unsure about copyright issues, YouTube has some resources as a starter. For more information,
Julian Spoon, please come to the front office. Julian Spoon, you're needed in the front office.
All right. So do you see what they mean by using other people's things? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
If you put somebody else's things on YouTube, you get strikes. Did you see what happens when you do it 3 times?
You get banned for life.
You get banned for life because it's supposed to be your own thing. They also talked about fair use. Okay? That means being able to use certain parts of things, certain parts of books, certain parts of music, but you have to cite it. Okay? That also goes for educational purposes in school. You can use certain parts of music, certain parts of books, movies, but you have to give your citations. Okay?
But couldn't you just make another YouTube account?
No.
You know what? I'm sure that you could. Or, you know what? Honestly, I don't know. I think they might find out eventually.
Because you have to use your own email to make an own account. But if you use the same email twice, they'll know it's you.
That's right.
Unless you use someone else's email. Then, yeah, you
And
can
maybe,
count.
you know what? If you do it the second time, hopefully you'll follow the rules and you won't use copyrighted stuff. They're doing it for your protection. Because when you use someone else's stuff, for one, it's not fair. For two, you could, like they said, you could go to court. You could go to jail. They're taking it off to protect you, to help you out.
I was on YouTube one time with my friend, and one of the girls who were right next to me, and she just left, she made a video on YouTube, and one of the people just wanted to make fun of her, one of the people who are watching with us, and she's like, you should report her, and so my friend pulled a report, and she's like, oh, and good thing I read the whole thing, because it said if it's false, then you will lose your account. And so I said, don't report it, because then you'll lose your whole account.
That's right. All right. So that was our lesson. Did we learn anything?
Yes.
What is something we learned, real quick?
Don't plagiarize.
Don't plagiarize.
Don't copy
That doesn't belong to.
that doesn't belong to.
That's right.
And if you're gonna copy something, pay or leave a link.
That's right. Cite it, right? Anything else?
No.
All right. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Okay, let's go.
This time,